Good morning. This is Miguel Avila, member of co-founder of Toronto Copwatch, an organization to keep an eye on the Toronto police. Today is the last consultation meeting of the town halls in regards to reform the police. What we want is, as the sign says at the background, fund the people, defund the police. That's what we wanted. We want to see a change in the game. My comments, CC 22.2 changes to policing on June the 29th City Council meeting, which is part of the record. They will be part of today's Town Hall meeting, Thursday, July 19, 2020. I have attended the board meetings of the TPS since 2009, when Alok Mukherjee was the chairman of the board. David Miller was the city mayor, and Bill Blair, the chief of the Toronto Police. After reading your recommendations to item 3 of the June 18, 2020 board agenda meeting that I wasn't allowed to speak, by the way, I have again a chance to speak at this town hall meeting. I had to say no, and that I reject all of your recommendations, because change can truly happen when we remove the police union out of the Toronto Police Services. Remove the union, and then those changes that you're asking or suggesting to happen can really happen, can really occur in the city of Toronto. After 10 years of watching the circus at the Police Services Board, the only way is to remove the union. I had to say the changes will not happen also if we continue having yes people at this table of the board. Members who had never publicly speak on record against the police behavior, and their undeniable support for the police regardless of these bad behaviors that we continue seeing, murders, killing of innocent people by Toronto police officers, and then you investigate and then they seem to be they're not accused of anything. They get away with murder by the SIU. It's a shame to have political appointees made by the province and hard right-wing councillors such as Mr. Michael Ford, Councillor Francis Nunziata, who is in between the Liberals and the Conservatives, and of course former Conservative leader of the Conservative Party of Ontario, Mr. John Tory. You should not be on this board at all. It's a joke to have police supporters at the board. Mr. Mayor, you should better leave this board and let somebody else do the job to direct the future of the Toronto Police Services and its $1.2 billion. When you combine the parking enforcement, the board, and the police services, it come up to a whole number of $1.2 billion. As I said, this police board has been giving all the time approval for all the financial requests to increase their budgets since the year that I've been coming to the board. You tossed away, for instance, the KPMG report. Remember former Mayor Ralph Ford? Yeah, he asked you to cut off 10%, and what you did, you tossed the paper in the trash can. But other city services and their unions, of course, they oblige. However, the police union and the board, they say, fuck it. We're not going to listen to Ralph Ford, and we don't want the KPMG report. So you created a new sort of solution, so-called the way forward. The new alternative to reform the police service in the city of Toronto. Come on, guys, you know that it's a pipe dream. It's never going to happen. Mr. Mayor, we won't be able to achieve those little late changes. It should have happened a long time ago, Mr. Mayor. You know that you are proposing now, of course, because all the news on social media. A nice way of having an opinion on the next chief of police, because he or she will end up being the same, the puppet of the board, the puppet of the union. Trust me. So I don't care who you choose. That is not the topic of the conversation, Mr. Mayor. I can care less. The topic is defund the police. We need a new board composition made up of members of the public that really care about changes in policing, like my good brother Derek Moran. You know Derek. Mr. Chris Langenfield. Dion Rene. How about Desmond Cole? So they can make proper logical decisions that will benefit everybody. Not just the police and the union, but the rest of us. As you said, you're asking for a check from the province and the feds to bail you out. But guess what? You have the solution right here, right now. You can defund the police, cut at least 50% of their budget, and allocate that money to other areas of the city that are facing a crisis. Do you understand, Mr. Autori? We need the youth also and senior to be represented permanently at the board. Where is the youth? Where is the young black men and young indigenous member to represent us at the board? He is absent. He or she should be there. Thank you for listening to me. Always yours, Miguel Avila, Toronto Copwatch. Find the people, defund the police. ¡Sí se puede!